record this. Okay. So with respect to artificial neural networks, it was being coined by Lee Kuhn, ET.al. Okay, there are a few other researchers involved. Okay, so the actual definition of neural networks: the ability to learn, memorize, and generalize an output using the algorithm model of biological neural systems. And we already know a similar analogy of how a human brain works. We try to implement that with the artificial neural networks, right? Okay, so it's the ability to make it learn, memorize, and generalize an output using the algorithm model of biological neural systems. ENN is a study of biological neural networks which can be used to perform tasks such as pattern recognition and other predictive algorithms like image recognition, voice recognition, a learning robot control strategy, and many more. Okay, and the applications of it is quite wide, vast. Okay, so artificial neural networks, when I tell about, okay, how does it representation is, how does it actually look like? Okay, even you have thousands or millions of neurons in your brain, where it actually is being connected to thousands of other neurons, and it has a message. What do you call, the message has been passed between each and neurons within fraction of seconds. It's very, very fast. Okay, similar to the human brain structure, this is how we are trying up. So the ANN representation, I've written it very short over here, artificial neural networks. The representation of it is when I have, these are my inputs, okay? So I will consider that these are my inputs. This is telling that x1, x2, so on up to xn are my inputs that I'm gonna give, okay? Where I'm going to assign certain weights to each and everything. I think we had a slight discussion about this prior also. Okay, so we had certain weights that is being given to each and every input. As I told you initially, if I have, I'm going to give about the car. So when I tell a car model, when I tell, okay, it's an automated driving system. So obviously it has quite a more weight comparatively to the manual, the gear system, right? So when I tell, okay, there are certain weights that have been put up, okay, so I'll call these weights as WJI, WJ2, J1, J2, so on up to JN. This is the very most important one. We call it to be as a threshold or a summation function over here. So it's defined by QJ, which means it takes the inputs, okay? It takes the inputs, performs the summation with respect to its weights. So the summation here, it indicates that X1 into WJ1 plus X2 into WJ2 plus Xn, so on, into WJN. A summation is where it will take all of these values, summate it. Upon the summation, it will perform an activation function. So you will have one activation function along with this. The first half, it performs the summation. The second half is where it has an activation function. That activation function basically is going to be a threshold value. It will give you a cutoff value telling, okay, lesser than 0.5, all the output is going to be 0. Greater than 0.5, it is 1. Okay, so there are certain activation functions. I'll tell you what those activation functions are. But this is how your artificial neural network looks like, and the basic output is what your neurons is again going to be. Okay, this is just one single perceptron value that I'm going to consider. This is a single perceptron. Perceptron, I hope you have an idea of what a perceptron is. Have you heard something about perceptron? Anyone? Have you heard something, a word called perceptron? Yes, no?
Is it a single neuron, ma'am?
Yes, it's a single neuron. It's a basic unit. Okay. So we are just going to describe here called as x1, x2, xn, so on. Okay, they are the input neurons, where these are the weights as I specified. So these are going to be your inputs. These are the weights that has been assigned to each and every input value that we are going to give. And the threshold is the one that decides, okay, it's by the neural network framework, what your output is going to be. So the threshold can be, you can use a step function, or you can use a sigmoid function. So any of the functions, the threshold activation function is what you can use it for this. So, and the final output is dependent on this activation function that I give it over here. And the number of neurons that you want to select is just dependent on you. Okay. So an example, I've just given an example here for your understanding. I am doubt if it is clear. Okay. So what happens over here is I'm a student and I've taken up the internals, and I have made a mistake considering myself like, okay, I gave more importance to the first internals and I did not give importance to the second internal. So I did not perform well. Okay. I did not perform well in the second internals. So what I do over here is, okay, I've written here as my friend, let me consider it myself. I took up my first internals and out of 10, I just scored only 6. First internals, actually I read more. Okay. When I read more, I just got 6 out of 10. And I took up my second internals. And in my second internals also, I did not perform well. I mean, I did not read it at all, but I just gave a try. It was just a go like that. Okay. Where I got 4 out of 10. But unfortunately, my professor just only told me that I'm going to give the weightage to the first internals and second internals, because second internals was very tough. Okay, so people who have scored less will get more weightage for that. So their marks will increase. The first internals, I gave it very easy. So I'll give a less weightage to that. So I was like, one way I was sad, the other way I was happy. At least I attempted for the second internal, since the weightage of it is high, the downscaling or upscaling of it is going to be quite good. So it was easy. Okay, let me just see what marks would I get. So when I just gave certain weights to that, telling, okay, 6 divided by 10, and there's a weight of it called as 3. The weightage of it was 3. Okay. So which ended up coming down to 18 marks. 6 into 3, I got 18 marks out of it. So they upscaled it only to 3. So I got 18 marks. Whereas 4 divided by 10, when it was upscaled to 5, I got 20 marks. Though I got less in the second internals, though it had a quite good weightage given by my professor, I got 20 marks, and total, the first internals I got 18. 18 plus 20 is the summation that I'm going to perform over here. And the summation is 35. So this summation now is 35, okay, where they're telling the pass mark of it, the threshold value of it is 35. And right now I have 18 and 20, and I've crossed 35, so I'm pass. I have the eligibility criteria now, where I've got my internal marks to be above 35, and obviously I've got 38 for that, and I'm pass. So my CIE marks, I'm safe. I'm in a safe zone where I got good marks. I was thinking I would get lesser marks because of my second internals where it was less. But due to the weightage that was being applied, I almost upscaling was, see, if the weight was equal, imagine if the weight was equal, even here I would be getting it as 3, only 3. 3 fossa, I would have got only 12. 12 plus 18 was, what is 18 plus 12?
30.
Lesser than 35. I would not have the eligibility. But since the weight had an impact, the main reason why I put out weight over here is that acts or gives a higher preferences or priorities when you are training your system. It updates its weights with respect to the predicted output that you have got. Since I got 30 over here, the initial go, I'm failed. So what my professor is doing, okay, let me just check out, since many students are under this category, let them upscale it with respect to. So he's trying to come up with, okay, he will try first with this first weight. If that does not work, he will try with the second weight updates. And finally, most of the students, they will get above 35 and they have cleared their CIE. because it's the average of that takes, I mean, when I tell, okay, the CIE1 and CIE2, I have to get above 35 or 40%. Since I've got it above my threshold, 38, I'm pass. So this 35 is the threshold value, which I call it to be as an activation function. Please do keep this in mind. The threshold value that I'm considering here, the value 35 is an activation function. Whereas the summation that performed over here, there was a summation operation that we performed, right? This summation operation over here, how did I do that?
Multiplying the input and the weight.
Multiplying the input and the weights, a total summation of it. So it was 6 into 3 plus 5 into 4, which gave me 38. So this will be my pre-activation function. Pre-activation function is normally a summation for each and every neuron. This is one single neuron that I'm using over here. I can have multiple inputs given to one single neuron. Okay. So for one single neuron, I have only 2 inputs that I'm giving here. I can have multiple. I can consider your quiz 1, quiz 2, assignment 1, assignment 2, quiz 3, quiz assignment 3, internal assessment 1, internal assessment 2, 3. 9 parameters. I can give all the 9 parameters value to it. And I can calculate the entire marks of it by using one single neuron. So I'll take up only one single neuron over here. I'll have a pre-activation function. So this is the pre-activation function, pre-AF. The pre-activation function is my summation. Performing the summation, after that, I have to have a criteria or a condition to check for, which is my threshold, which is the activation function. Right now, I'm using the activation function as a threshold value, 35. So it's telling lesser than 35, the output is fail. Greater than 35, the output is pass. So I'm going to get an output. My output neuron is yes or no. One single output neuron, it gives me the color pass or fail. Pass green, fail red. With one single neuron, I can perform all of these of that particular student. So myself, right now I'm pass and I'm in the safe category. Basically, it was dependent on the weights, which my professor had given us. It was a chance for us to go ahead because it added a lot of weightage to my second attendance, though I did not learn or perform well, but still I passed. Right? You're able to understand this example?